Carmex chapstick is very, very effective, but it tastes disgusting and it leaves my lips feeling glossy and weird. So I apologize if there's like a sheen coming out into the camera. I don't sleep. It is about 8:30 in the morning and I've been trying to sleep since about 3 this morning, and I'm mad about that. I decided last night, you know what? I never leave my apartment, or at least I don't enough. So I'm going to go out and go to a theater and see some movies. I'm trying to catch up on all the Oscar-nominated stuffs. So I went and I saw Nebraska and Blue Jasmine, or basically About Schmidt 2, and a neurotic Jew can't remember the plot to A Streetcar Named Desire. The latter one is a Woody Allen film. I'm not anti-Semitic. I liked Nebraska. I didn't particularly care for Blue Jasmine. But that's all kind of beside the point. I ended up walking home because the subway, there's the little place where you charge your subway card. And apparently from midnight to 4 on Friday nights, they are cash only. And I didn't have any cash on me. So I walked a half hour home and it was like, like 15 degrees Fahrenheit or very cold Celsius. And just, it struck me as weird that if you were going to pick a time, like I asked the attendant, like, is this like, is this just at this station, or if I go to other subway stations, are they going to be, it's like, no, basically they need to reset their systems or something, so they do it from midnight to 4 a.m. Friday nights. And I'm like, you know what, it seems to me, naively, like there would be a bunch of drunken idiots trying to take the subway home who would not be able to figure that out. If you were going to pick any time, that's probably like the worst time. Anyway, so I've been trying to sleep, haven't been able to sleep, and I'm very, very angry about it. I spoke in my vlog video about bipolar disorder a little bit, or cyclothymia, or just the I'm not diagnosed with either of those conditions. I probably could be if I went and saw people. But I find that the idea of considering that I have manic times and depressed times to be particularly helpful. Just as kind of a way of understanding how my life works. The idea that some days I'm going to be depressed and it's going to be really hard for me to get anything done, I'm at the point where I'm fine with that now. I'm good at handling that. It's the manic times where I can't sleep that just drive me insane, and I don't know. There's so much of, I wish, I don't even know. Like, I don't know how I would hold down a regular person job, because I have a great job. I put in far more than 40 hours, but I also can be like, I didn't get up until noon today. I'm sorry. I'm going to work until like 10 at night, but I didn't get up until noon today because my sleep schedule is all kinds of messed up. And it's at the point now where basically every week or two, I'm pulling an all-nighter to get myself reset. So it was 8:30 and I'm like, I can't sleep now, because if I go to sleep now, I will wake up at 4 in the afternoon and I won't be able to sleep tomorrow, and then Monday's going to be bad. I don't know. And there are a bunch of things. There are reasons that I don't sleep well, and so it's hard for me to really be completely upset about this as though it were some external condition, because it's kind of like being fat. I have the ability to change that. It's just a big pain in the ass for me to do so, and I don't want to. And I'm mad that I have this that it takes more effort than for other people. For example, I don't go outside enough, so maybe my serotonin, melatonin, blobbity blue doesn't do what it's supposed to. I also use the computer all the time, though I turn the brightness all the way down at night. But, you know, I'm shooting light into my eyeballs before trying to go to sleep. That's probably not helpful. I also spend an awful lot of time, like every time I go to try and sleep, my brain starts racing about random ideas and projects and things. And I know that's not particularly productive because I may be physically tired, but if I'm actively mentally trying to solve problems, it's gonna keep me up and running. But I find that if I don't fight that, then I usually end up dreaming about the problem, and I wake up with like a whole bunch of new ideas, and it's great, and I like doing that. So I suppose I could work on meditation and try and just like go to bed without a care in the world. I'm not the type of person that wants to not have a care in the world. That was too many negatives. There's also just the problem that I am overweight and out of shape, and I lie down in bed and I can't find a comfortable position to sleep in because there is no flat part of my body on which to lie. I could fix that too, but I don't, and so I'm dually frustrated that I have these problems with sleep and that it is still all my fault, and that the solutions, that there are a bunch of possible solutions that I do not avail myself of, and so I really have no justification for being upset about not being asleep right now. So yeah, I just wanted to spread that irritability to you, because we haven't chatted in a little bit, at least not on this channel. I don't know. I've been irritable this week, but I've also been very, to borrow a psychiatric term, I've been very manic. I've been working crazy long hours and getting tons and tons of stuff done and being very, very excited and talking to myself and twitching, and it's aggravating because I wish, even though I know that there are these steps that I could take to try and rein my life in a little bit, it still feels like I'm able to exert so little control over my life right now. Which is, it's frustrating. I mean, there's something to be said for just kind of rolling with things. If you're having a manic day, run with it. Get a ton of stuff done. And if you're having a depressed day, be okay with that. Say, I'm just going to try and get like one thing done. And you'll find yourself in a better place because you're not fighting with yourself. Because if you're having just one of those terrible days and you don't feel like getting out of bed and you force yourself to get up and you start to you feel guilty about not doing more things, and it just makes you feel worse. And so I've tried to really kind of steer into the skid, but now I'm just at a point where I'm skidding back and forth and I can't control it even though I can. I don't know. I'm not making any sense. But yeah, I've been crabby and I've been a bit of an asshole to people and on videos, and there's still a part of me that feels like acknowledging that I'm an asshole and feeling guilty and bad about the fact that I'm being an asshole somehow makes me less of an asshole, which is not how assholery, which is, by the way, the science of assholes, that's proctology, it's a whole different thing, but that somehow it makes me less of an asshole, and that is simply not the case. Speaking of assholes, I need to get my shit together.